The Dodgers surprisingly win 2 games on Tuesday with Freddie Freeman doing some damage, starting pitching, doing his things, and we're going to give away some flowers, along with talking about what happened in the minor leagues a little bit over the weekend, including my trip to Rancho, and what happened today. So, this is Tim Rogers, Dodgers 2080, ready to rock and roll, or as they say, coming in hot. All right, let's go here. Let's see. All right, just sorry I'm a couple minutes late. Just bleh. Sorry all about that. Nando's in the house, ready to trade Vargas already. Um, Yay Dodgers. Yep, Dodgers rule. El Shiva, Dodger Blue 82 coming in hot also. So let's talk about the Dodger game today. All right, let's go to the monitor here. Sorry, I'm getting all my act together. Josh Thomas with the fire right up front. Big props to Gavin Stone, who had a Studley outing, 14 innings pitched from your doubleheader stars and 2 runs allowed. Just awesome stuff. So good deal. We like that. Checking out the notifications, see what's going on. What do we got going on? I don't really care about him. All right, let's go to check out what the Dodgers did today. We played 2. And of course, let's, kind of setting it up. I mean, the Dodgers stunk. They get, Glasnow gives up 2 runs in 7 innings and exits the game with a with the possible loss. And then, with Lindor home run, and Freddie Freeman comes up, and this is after, the Mets were kicking the ball all over the place. I don't know if you guys remember that, but they had one where, really Lindor couldn't get his the ball out of the glove on a double play, and then Batty on another double play ball, just whiffed at it. And then Freddie Freeman comes up and hits himself just a nice Apo Taco single. Game night. Okay, so I was in a lab. I didn't get a chance to actually see this, so I want to play it. Let me make sure. Is it coming up for everybody? We seen this? Yes, we are. So let's pull this up. I'm going to do it real quick. Oh, come on. You got to be kidding me. So we'll talk this through. They're doing an ad on me. Come on. Come on. Really? So Chris Taylor gets up, and I think there's 2 guys on. Yeah. Taylor lays it down. Could have been a squeeze, but Ottavino blew it. Didn't matter. Got the run home, and it was with no outs. That's a good play. That's a really good play. Good. That's good baseball. You get that run home. You have to get the run home. Mr. Taylor's been, let's just say, he's been terrible. Craig Osterberg's in the house. Yep, Freddie did well. And then Freddie, then of course we get the 9th inning with Daniel Hudson. The count, okay. Setting it up, right? Bases loaded. And we have, let's see if they have it. Bases loaded. And, they're not going to show it. 1 out. The count is 3-0. And Huddy starts filling the zone. Ends up getting a pop-up. And then the next batter he gets. So, let's see if we can see the plays here. Because that was just, let's see, the key moments. I mean, come on. What's more key moment than that? See if they show it. Come on, folks. You guys got to do better. There's bottom of the 9th. So it goes, Alonso single, Nemo strikes out, JD hits a single, Bader walks. So then with, again, it was 3-0. Mets should have won this game. They had their win probability up to 82.9%. Tyron Taylor Pops up a 3-2 pitch from Daniel Hudson. That's one. Jeff McNeil pops out to Gavin Lux. That's the second out. And then, but it was 3-0. And then it went to still 3-2. Hudson had to put the ball over the plate. And he did. And then Mookie, first pitch, drives in Andy Pages. And then a couple batters later, Freddie Freeman coming back, as Craig said, gets the dong. And then the witch, and I don't like to say that, he's a Christian brother, Blake Trinan comes in, and how can you hit that? How can you hit that? I don't know how anyone hits that stuff. The dude just brings it. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. So let's see what's got in the chat here. Yeah, Hudson, he came around. He got it done. Sean Fetzko, what about low for low? The Dodgers got some guys they'll be selling low on. Let's just make that trade now. I think they need someone through yet. Teoscar, he was the only guy that hit over the weekend, and he was the only guy that hit up until the 8th inning. Yeah, Bats just got to do better, right, Brett? I agree. Vesia was awesome. Hey, that's one of the guys to give flowers to. The dude's been really good. He had a couple things at the beginning. He's been really good. So Alex Vesia, we're giving you your flowers. And hey, no one, this channel, along with chat, no one's been harder on Vesia than us. Nobody. So we appreciate him just stepping it up. Listen to the radio guys. We start working that slider a lot more. Gavin Stone has exceeded even my most optimistic hopes so far. Good. Yeah. Well, hey, but you're on this channel. We've been backing Gavin Stone this whole time. We believe in him. Why did McNeil throw his bat violently to the ground? Because he screwed up. Well, Craig, let's see. So we can talk about this a little bit. Corey Seager, Will Smith, those are two guys for sure. Bellinger, kind of. Matt Beatty got us River Ryan. Yeah, I know it's a little bit more of a concern. Let's hope that Outman, Pages, Lux all work out. That's a really good question. Yeah, Gavin was dealing today. Let's take a look at game 2. Game 1, let's be honest. How many of us thought that they were going to come back and win that when they were down 2-0? Not this guy. Not this guy. So really proud of them for that win. And that just changed everything. I'm going to do a quick. I'm guessing the Padres won. They were up 3-0 last time I checked. Let's see. I don't like watching. Yeah, they won 4-0. So standings are, let's see, Dodgers are up 5.5. So that's good. Yeah, that was just so huge yesterday. Today. Some of you it'll be yesterday when you listen to this. And so the Dodgers have Paxton and Peterson tomorrow. So it's a lefty. The Dodgers have been doing good against lefties. Much better than before. Guys like Teoscar. Hey, Kike hit the snot out of the ball a couple times off Quintana, and then that was a bummer. It didn't work out. But, all right, so in this game, Mookie with 2 more hits. Will Smith 1 for 4 with a home run. Ohtani sat. Freeman 2 for 3. It's nice that he had that day of rest. Teoscar actually didn't hit, but he'd been carrying that team. Just nobody else was contributing. Kike 0 for 4, but there are some hard hit balls in there. Pages 2 for 4. That's good. Getting off the schneid. Miggy Vargas with his home run. I'm giving him some flowers. He comes up, and then they sit him. Huh? Let him play. Just let him play. Don't platoon him. I just let him and Teoscar play. Let's see. Miggy Rowe got another hit. I guess when he gets a hit, they win. When he scores, they win. Austin Barnes with a hit, 1 for 4, 182. Hey, it was better than he was last year. Okay, Gavin Stone. Look at this. 7 innings, 3 hits, 0, 0, 0, 0 earned runs, 0 walks, 7 Ks. Pitches, 87 pitches, 63 for strikes. Good Lord. 6 groundouts, 5 flyouts. That's just doing it. Vesia comes in, gets a save. He did walk a guy in that first inning, but the dude's dealing. 142 ERA. Let's take a look at him. So, flowers today for Gavin Stone, Alex Vesia, Miggy Vargas, and of course Freddie Freeman. You know, we got to give him some love for sure. Tyler Glasnow, Blake Trinan, Huddy for coming back. Vesia this year, 23 games with 2 saves, blew 1 save, 25.1 innings, only 9 hits. Did you hear that? That's like 1 hit every more than 2.5 innings. That's really impressive. 3 dongs, 1 hit batsman, 15 walks. That's the only thing you can go, Then he did give up that home run, that grand slam. We saw that. Batting average against, though, 114. His whip's .95. Hey, dude's doing his job. Dude's doing his job really well. That's a level. You know, he keeps doing this type of stuff. I think we're very, very happy with him. So, yeah, very good. Props to those guys. So, Peterson versus Paxton tomorrow. Very cool, I think. Let's talk about last weekend. Actually, let's do transactions. Well, no. We'll talk about last weekend. So I did go to see, hopefully y'all watched it. Not many people did. My Phillips and Miller videos. They were pretty small, pretty short, but both Bobby Miller and Evan Phillips were kind enough to chat with us afterwards. I tell you, a guy that I'm really getting to know is Roger over there at Bleed Lows. What a great dude. Really like working with him. You know, we're not working together with on each other's channel, but just hanging out with him. He's such a good dude. Great human being. He's built Dodger Beat and turned into something good. FYI, my Facebook page got locked. I don't know I'm trying to fix it. I do need to do a name change. I have to get the word Dodgers out of this thing. They keep thinking that I am trying to steal the Dodgers and all that, and it's just not right. So if you got names for me, can't have the word Dodgers in it. Yeah, I saw Padlo got DFA'd. That's the way it is. CT3's bunt changed the energy of the Dodgers towards winning. I liked it a lot. Yeah, Rushing's starting to do it. I don't know if Rushing's a 300 hitter, but he's going to get on base a lot. Yeah. Do you think Freeman Company overtime drafting and developing positions players has been 5 years since they've developed one? It's always hard because they're drafting low. I mean, that's what it is. They're drafting low, and it takes a bit. Sometimes you miss on stuff like Gunnar Henderson. Yeah, it's a little rougher. And plus, they haven't been patient. I mean, they go and they do make moves, big moves. They haven't given guys full shots, things like that. Kevin Padlo, it's all right. I mean, he needs a shot. They don't get to Dodgers because of Smith and Barnes. Doesn't matter if Dodger catchers. No, Doyers 2080. I got to be honest. If I was Mexican, I would be all in. But I don't feel like dealing with the sensitive types. I just don't. It's not worth it. That they're going to go, oh my gosh, you're a racist. I'm not a racist. I love everybody. Except white people. Just kidding. No, Rushing's going to get his shot eventually, unless he's traded. All these guys are either going to make it or they're going to get traded. Barnes has probably got maybe one more year after this. Rushing ain't coming up this year. Maybe middle of next year. Maybe. Let me get on the right page here. Sorry about that. So yeah, my trip. One of the first. So did really had a great time hanging out with one of the sheriffs, telling stories. He's gonna just having a good time, and he wasn't very familiar with what goes on, so that was kind of cool. Um, but then we had Miller, Phillips. They both came on the field. They're both really friendly. I was hanging out with the sheriff, so they're shaking the sheriff's hand. Introduced myself um, to Miller. He remembered a little bit, and then introduced myself for the first time to Evan Phillips. Both really good people. Really good people. Then I was kind of walking back from the bullpen to the dugout, and I get some guy in the stands. Come here, hey, come here. You're my favorite. You're my favorite. I'm like, huh? It was Josue DePaula's dad, and he wanted to thank me. Now, I'm not saying anything. I don't think that was in confidence. But I love that stuff. There's a bigger purpose to this channel than just pumping, pushing Dodgers, which pushing the young guys still. That's still foundational. So the new name still needs to have something with prospects, things like that. But it was really special. It was really special, and there's a picture on Instagram with him. It made the trip all worthwhile, and of course, it was a great time covering, taking some pictures of all the pitchers. Miller had a shaky second, but he's hitting 99. The interview, he was very happy with his stuff. His breaking stuff looked really good. Then Phillips just. Those guys didn't have a chance. They just didn't have a chance against him. It was just funny. And then, so there's a cool thing, Robinson Ortiz. Now I saw him in spring training during a scrimmage type situation or just batting practice type thing. But getting to see him on the mound in a competitive situation, he ended up getting the W in that game. It was good to see. He's just got fire in him. He's not that big. Lefty, throws gas. And then Jose Rodriguez, man. Jose Rodriguez. What did he do? He did three innings, 6 Ks. Just dominating the scene. Absolutely dominated. It was impressive. And so very cool to see that. That's one of those he's one of those guys that keeps moving up. He's a guy you don't want to miss out on. I'm not sure if I like this camera angle here. I don't know. I'm going to go back to this one. I know it gets me off to the side and everything, but yeah, Jose Rodriguez, keep that guy in mind. He's about 6'6". And he's a good one. At the plate, Jarrell Perez, who did crack the top 30. I can't remember who graduated. I think his Pajes graduated. He's looking good. DePaula's starting to come out of it a bit. Kendall George is still really fast. Logan Wagner got beamed twice. Gosh darn it. Need the guy to stay healthy. Jesus Galiz, Bobby Miller had some good things to say about him. Again, check my interview with him or with our chat with him. The other voice in those interview with Phillips and with Miller is Roger. And then let's see. There was who else that was interesting? Jordan Thompson, just really looking good out there. Juan Alonso's coming around. That guy got hurt, but he was really good, a couple years before. Yeah, Jarrell has been really good. Just really good. Oh, and Oswaldo Osorio was out there. Met him. Um, Seems to be a quiet guy, but he was playing third, batting last. But I don't know. Then Logan Wagner was playing first. I was hoping that he'd be getting some work over at third. I hope he's going to get in that battle for third base in the future. But maybe it's Oswaldo Osorio. By the way, to my Instagram account, I'm just throwing a bunch of stuff on there. Also trying to catch up from the previous trip I made up there. I still got a lot of pages to get up, or a lot of things to get up there. So working on that. Lots of great content. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Dan Inspiration. Lance Lynn so far has given up 7 home runs. It's very low, so he's due for about 40. ERA is 3.45. Has given up 4 runs the last 3 games. Yeah, he has his stretches. I think Lance is going to do bad second half. Yeah, just the only thing with Lance Lynn, I just don't want him back. No offense, the guy's a competitor. I just don't want him. That's not the guy. Zaire Hope still hasn't played. I know, and I didn't hear anything. Nada. I did get some information, but I'm not going to share it yet because nothing's official. Not about Hope, but about some other guys. Yeah. It's just a blast being out at Rancho. I really enjoy it. I need to get to another game. I'm going to try to figure something out. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. And like life's kind of up in the air right now. I got some stuff going. Oh yeah, gosh, on a Monday, a tooth of mine went south. It's better today, but I went to the dentist, so who knows what's going to happen with that. Going to be making a trip pretty soon. Let's see. Let's see. I can do the chat from here. What would it cost for Bo Bichette? A lot, but I am in the mood right now of saying it don't matter who. You do, any the minor leaguers, you do what you need to do to make that move. Bichette and Pham would solve everything, yeah. Lindor for cheap. Yeah, there'd have to be some money, both sides, but yeah. I wonder if Dodgers will be willing to waste a playoff roster spot on Kendall George's runner. Kid can fly. He can, but I've seen him play this year. This is 2 spring training games and 2 Rancho games. He's been thrown out 3 times. So I think he's got some work to do. The speed's there. The speed is absolutely there. He's just got to learn how to read pitches. Remember, the kid's like 18 or 19 years old. He's just got to learn to read pitches. By the way, happy late birthday to Josue DePaula. He is all of 19 now. Incredible. Yeah. Good times. I really enjoyed Rancho, and I really enjoy hanging out there. Nick Ariza, who he was out there. He's on my staff now. Check out the article he wrote on Jose Rodriguez, please. And then Ryan was out there. Gale was out there. So we basically had a Dodgers 28 represented with 4 different people at some mode. I mean, they're not all full time with me, but Gale has multiple gigs that she has, which is really cool. And this is nothing. I support everything Gail does. She's fantastic. So she works, Prospects 1500, and some of her pictures actually get sold. No one wants to buy my pictures yet. I guess I got to get better at shooting. But yeah, and then all right, let's let me check my quick notes here to see if I want to cover anything else with that. All right, let's start. Let's talk minors. I know that Rancho lost today. Kind of a bummer. Let's see. I'll go to my Well, first we'll start with the transactions. Yeah. Cannot even type. There's the article with Jose. I'm going to put that up there. Please take a look at it. 203 views. That's not too bad. I think it's a really well done article. It's Nick's first. It's good. I didn't have to do much editing at all. It was just more formatting. Just for readability, SEO. There's some weird stuff they do. Okay. Here we go. Let me make sure y'all can see. Yes, you can. All right. We'll work backwards. Jesus Luna signed a Rancho from ACL. Let's take a look at him. Oh boy, there's something good coming. Okay. Luna is 23 from Mexico. Let's see his game logs here. So that's with ACL. 4 games, 5 innings pitched, 1 hit batter, 3 walks, 9 Ks. All right, cool. Ooh, Alex Makarowicz. I gotta get it now. I'll meet him, but he got promoted to Rancho also. So, and just an ACL, 3 games, 5 innings. Let's see. He is 22, round 13. I think he's a righty. Okay, 6 foot. We'll see what he's got. Excited to meet him. Ryan Ward was activated from the 7-day. Nick Ramirez was up as the 27th man today. Joe Vitrano back on the injured list. It's upsetting. You can see Kevin Padlo was released. And you can see these other moves. I think we talked about them already. Cool. And all right, let's get that out of there. Prospect links. I have to be really careful with some of these things. I gotta, the way these stupid MILB web pages. Maybe my new page should be MILB web pages suck. Well, they're still playing. They are still playing in Arizona. Your Dodgers are ahead 11-7. Vargas 0 for 4, but he is betting 289. Quintaro, oh boy, he's coming 1 for 3. I saw a good picture. Damon Keith, he's gonna kill it out there. He hit a home run. Albertus 2 for 4. Marishendrick Martinez 1 for 5. Elkins gotta get going. Decker 1 for 3. It's Cameron. Bayaderos 0 for 1. Guerrero, Alex Diaz at catcher. Let's take a look at that. 259. So he's 20 years old. Is he Venezuela? Of course. Yeah. This is Guerrero guy. Guerrero's hitting 341, so let's at least take a look here. All right. 19, Eduardo. Switch hitter from Venezuela. 3 stolen bases. So 13 hits and 40 at-bats. So just, not a ton of power you were seeing yet. That's okay. Pitching must have been a little interesting. Chung had some problems, but he did strike out 5, so that's good to go. Cruz, Omasako, rough one. What's Obera doing down there? Needs to get back up. So pitching, a little mixture there. All right, so they're still in action there. And let's take a look at our Quakes. Come on. And so they lost in extras. What did we have here? So Kendall was 2 for 6. What did he do on the base pass? Did he steal anything? Oh, Sway, 2 stolen bases. He got third base twice. And Kendall, it's the 6 caught stealing. Yeah, that's he'll fix it. Perez 2 for 5. DePaula 1 for 3 is a DH. Thompson in left. That's interesting. 1 for 4 or 1 for 3. Juan Alonso 2 for 4 in right. Sean McLean, first baseman deluxe. He just wants at bats. 1 for 4. Did he get? What did he do? Okay. Logan Wagner at third. That's good. 2 for 5. With 3 RBI. All right. With double in there too. Carlito, 1 for 5. Rojas, Wilman Diaz, 1 for 5. How many did he strike? 2 Ks. Pitching, Garrett McDaniel's a lefty. 5.1 innings, 3 Ks, 3 walks, 5 hits. Evan Phillips came in, probably was nasty again. I got to get the name right on this one. I'm sorry. Jocelyn Gonzalez. He's one of the shorter Gonzalez. A little rough there. Callum Wallace, 1 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 earned run. He inherited. Ruin came in, gave up a couple hits. Ruin's a guy comes submarine. I talked to him briefly, asking him how he does, how he's coached, and so it was kind of interesting. The Loons. The Loons. I didn't know the Drillers even played yesterday. I didn't know they were playing on Memorial Day. And it's just to remind everyone, it's not Happy Memorial Day. It's Memorial Day is for the people that died in action. Very clear there. Okay. Noah Miller, 1 for 5. Lorenzo cooled down at least for 1 game, but he's been good. He's good. 245. He was at 120. Nevin 0 for 4. Newell 1 for 3. A lot of home runs out from that man. Devin Campbell 1 for 3. So he's 292 still. Manjali 0 for 3. Yeloff 0 for 3. Little tough start there. Junior 0 for 4. Dang it. And Metter pitching, coming back from Tommy John. I think it was Tommy John. It's getting there. Not everything you want, but the walks are low, strikeouts are good, hits are fine. Is what it is. Michael Martinez, Madison Jeffrey. Oh, good, no walks, no strikeouts though. That's really interesting. Madison brings it. He definitely brings it. Let's see what he had. 17 pitches, 10 strikes. That's good. Good job, Madison. He's one of my. I have some favorites, and he's one. Stats. Did we have a play? Did we have a scoreboard today? Oh, well, let's look at their game from yesterday then. Wait, did I miss it? Huh. Let's take a look at their game yesterday, in which they did some serious damage. Freeland 1 for 4, hitting 313. Taylor Young 0 for 3, 268. Here's Rushing 2 for 5. Had his 7th home run. We want to see that. The Ops 884. Locke Powell 1 for 4. Brendan Davis 1 for 3. Ramos 2 for 3. That's good. Diego 2 for 3 with 3 RBI. Very good. Bubba 1 for 5. 313. And Yaner's coming around, so that's good. Christian Romero got roughed up a bit. Michael Hobbs got the W. Oh, Antonio Knowles, 2 innings. Boyer. Oh, Sarin Lau, 2 walks, but 2 Ks. And then Jack Little. Really cool to see him making his mark. And the Oklahoma City 89ers, right. Casey Porter wants that. I could not agree more. This baseball club stuff is silly. It's like when Washington was the football club. It was just the dumbest thing. Avens 3 for 5. Play him or trade him. Lipsius is 0 for 3. Still 326. Outman 0 for 4. But it's been an improvement. He still had 2 Ks. Hosey 2 for 4. That's good. Played some third. Sweeney 1 for 5. 231. Did have his 4th home run. Ryan Ward is 13th. He's just off the injured list. Yeah, 1 for 5. Austin Gauthier 2 for 5. He's coming fast. Fiducia 2 for 4. Play him or trade him, folks. Chris Owings 2 for 4. He's up to 266. That's cool. Hyunil Choi coming back from injury. 5.1 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. 2 walks, 5 Ks. Fireisen shouldn't be down here, but he is. Vanasco coming around. Good. Get those outs. All right. That is the day in minor league baseball. Let's go back to whoa. Let's go. What do we have here? I got to see what we can do here. I think the Dodgers holding on to too many prospects. Should definitely trade for someone. The question is who, and it is, yeah. Inspiration. I like the rookie for the Pirates. That's Skeens. Skeens sounds like he's kind of a shady guy. It's kind of a cool name. Dude throws flames and his girlfriend is hotter than his fastballs. Right on. Okay, Hep is probably on the right track here. Rushing, Robleski, Knack, Lux for Bichette. I would say you cannot trade Knack. Pitching breaks, can't do it. Need major league pitching for the next 2 years. But this is the formula. This is what it's going to take. I need to see a 1 in the chat. If you would do something similar, a package like this for Bichette. 1 in the chat for yes, 0 for no. Yeah, Skeens. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure a guy like LSU's Paul Skeens going to do just fine on the dating apps. Yeah, I'd hate to give up Knack. Right, this is exactly right, because you can fill in case one of our starters break down. When, right? Pitchers break. Rather trade another pitching prospect. Yeah, I'd trade lower guys. I'd rather give up more and lower prospects and give up Knack. You just can't do that unless you're going to get another starter. You have to get another starting pitcher somehow within that window of trading to do that. Yeah, who knows what they're going to be at by then. Wonder why Emil Morales. When is Emil Morales going to play? I know he was like the number 1 prospect. Hope Kershaw returns early July. Would love to see him pitch at least 10 games before October. Yeah, we got to see what he can do. Does Freeland have top 100 potential? Yes. I do think he's real. He made some adjustments. And then from there, he's done a lot better. If you know the Dodgers won't keep Buehler, would you trade him at deadline? No. I don't trade any pitchers that are major league ready. Any of them. The only way I would I'm not trading Buehler. I just don't want to do that. I don't have the heart for that right now. If it happens, it happens, but I don't see that happening. But if it does, who knows? What it would take if you end up having to trade a starter, you have to have gotten one back of equal or greater value. We can't take. I know Kirsch is coming back, so Dustin May doesn't count. He's a reliever. There's going to be some more guys coming. Hopefully, we'll see. You got to get up good stuff to get good stuff. Correct. And that good stuff's going to have to be low guys. A trade for someone like Bichette is going to make you feel uneasy. Yes, there is. Yeah, and that does make me uneasy. If there's a trade you wouldn't hesitate to do, you're not giving up enough. Correct. I think maybe a guy like Jesus Chilero high upside can be in the deal instead of Knack. That's what it would take. Sell the Jays on upside over the floor guy in Knack. Yeah. Oh, yeah, very true. Yeah. I agree with that. That's a really, really... you got to give up good stuff to get good stuff. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it has to make you go, ugh. And rushing, Robleski, the potential still of Lux, and another young stud pitcher makes me go, for a year and a half of Bichette. But I think if the Dodgers think they got to do what they got to do. Mookie's doing fine at short. The question is, how much is he going to wear down? The dude's working so hard to get good at this position. He's playing catch up. I'd love to get Ramirez from the Guardians. Is it possible getting to play shortstop for us? He didn't want to go anywhere. He signed that contract with them for a reason. He took a very low contract. He just wants to be there. That's where he wants to be. So I would consider him to be untouchable. And Willie Adames on a team that's winning. They're in first place also. They're around 4 games up that over or in their division. It's a crappy division. They're going to get in the playoffs. Hopefully they'll knock off the Phillies. Yeah, Brewers they're always tough. They just know how to do things. Someone like DePaula would have to be in a trade for Bichette or Mason Miller. Dodgers will not trade DePaula for Mason Miller. I don't know for Bichette, maybe. I don't know. But I do think that the way the Dodgers are set up, in my opinion, there are no untouchables in the lower levels. The only guys you can't trade are pitchers that are ready to go this year or next year. Especially this year, maybe next year. Just can't do it. Can't do it, Sally. Yeah, it's gonna be, it's gonna make me, cry. That's for sure. It's gonna take a lot to get Bichette. At the end of the day, it's parade time. The Dodgers need to do it. They have this 2-year window. Freddie's getting older. Mookie's getting older, and even Shohei's getting older. It's a big, huge, wide open 2-year window. Do it. Get Kershaw that parade. Get Buehler the parade. Get themselves the parade. Man, there's some good stuff. Oh yeah. I see how Norm comes in. I think with some really good takes here. Rengifo, former Dodger great, and even Yoshida might be more affordable and obtainable. Who would feel the need for contact bats? Yeah, I mean, contact matters. You do need to do that. Same time, like today, watching that 8th inning where the Mets gave them that inning with their shoddy defense. But all those there was 2 double play balls hit by the Dodgers. They just didn't turn them. So contact, it's got to be good contact. Get that ball out of the infield, hopefully. I don't think DePaula for Bichette. The only way they trade DePaula or Yoendry is for a Kyle Tucker type, but he's a free agent at the end of the year. They won't do that unless they might do. They would have done it maybe for a Corbin Burns in the middle of the year. Maybe, their confidence in getting someone like Sasaki could change how they view pitching prospects as well. Oh, absolutely. But they just don't know. That's the thing. They just don't know. That's in there. You can't assume anything. And so I think you want to work from your strengths. And if you have, and I consider their starting pitching right now to be a strength. Especially start comparing it around the other leagues. Maybe the Phillies, the Yankees doing with Mirrors. In terms of their pitching. But the Dodgers, their pitching's pretty darn good, and keep it strong. Pitching's going to take you through. You have to have good enough pitching to get through the playoffs. I mean, obviously they didn't have enough last year, even if they would have got past Arizona. If Saki really does come to LA, they might even sell high on Gavin Stone and a Luis Robert package. They do need a controllable outfielder. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but again, that's off season, right? That's not. I'm gonna do a little adjustment here. Dang, what's going on here? My mic's not staying up where I want it. It's kind of ticking me off. Oh wait, lefty loosey, righty tighty. Man. This thing is a booger. There we go. Let's see if I can bring it up. There we go. That's where I want it. That's the way you do it. Money for nothing and chicks for free, right, folks? There we go. Yeah, I mean, Norm, we talked about this the other day. I agree with you, but I think they can do it. Just depends on the team. Um, a guy like Rushing is closer. Maybe he's within 2 year, year and a half, maybe. But what Norm says is, the reality is the Dodgers lack major league ready prospects to get higher end players in trades. To get those type of players, they would need to move starters levels from the 6 man and from the 26 man. And who would that be? Let's be honest. Lux's value is low. We're not trading Will Smith, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts. Even Max Muncy is not going to be traded. Kevin Pillar. Who knows? I think a friend of mine in my Instagram chats, he's like, they chose Jason Hayward over Jock Peterson. Yeah, Jock Peterson is a little heavy. Dude can hit. You just put him in left field. That's what you do. If the deadline was tomorrow, what would be your biggest need right now, Tim? Middle infielder? A bat. For sure. And if it's a middle infielder bat, that's great. But you can't have 7, 8, 9 can't be automatic. That's for sure. So I would, I think if you got 2 bats, it'd be even better, But let's see how long the Jason Hayward thing goes. Let's see how long he's good. Right now, he hasn't been very good. He did have a home run his first at bat, which is really cool. Or first game back was really cool. Yeah, rushing his values in his bat. He's mediocre as a catcher, which diminishes his value. But he's improving behind the plate. He is improving. And plus, the guy's a gamer. The guy really, he's into it. Let's put it that way. I've been in the dugout with the man, seen him in action. Well, no, they do, because they have versatility. They actually have versatility because if they got an outfielder, that's kind of easy. And let's just say that Gavin Lux starts hitting and they make a trade and get Bo Bichette. Mookie can't go to right field. You got room. You have room. There's enough positional versatility what the Dodgers have between left field, right field, shortstop, and second base, where they could do something. I could put 2 guys. You give me Tommy Pham and Bo Bichette. I'm gonna find a spot for him. Right today, I would go. All right, my man, here we go. We're gonna go and let's say give them both to me. I put Mookie back at second. I keep wanting to say Daunt like Jim Rome used to say Daunt Bichette, Bo Bichette. Short, Tommy Pham left. Maybe do some platooning. Maybe he's a platoon guy. I've got Teoscar in right, and if there's a platoon, then you put Jason in right, and then Teoscar in left. Then you've got Pages, Outman in center, or they can play left and right also. I have never seen Jason Hayward, but I agree. Shortstop is the biggest need. It's not that Mookie's doing a bad job. He's doing a nice average job. However, he is working so hard before the games to get better at this. He's going to wear down. He's not a big man. He's just going to wear down. I'm worried about that. So they need to either give him a lot more rest, like literally sit him once a week, and, to give him time to let his body heal. They can give up a heavy package for Bo Bichette and get Pham. Yeah, Pham for not for so much. He should cost. Yeah, both trades are doable. Yeah. Hayward. Management wants to get ahead of the curve. It would seriously consider moving Freddie this offseason. If, say, the Yankees are win now, they would they move Spencer Jones for Freeman? No. No. They're not trading Spencer Jones. They wouldn't trade him for in the Cease trades or for Burns or anything like that. They're not trading Spencer Jones for 35-year-old Freddie Freeman. So Freeman's going to get to the point pretty soon where his trade value is pretty low. That's just, and it's nothing against him. He's just getting older. Who's going to trade for a 34-year-old first baseman? Who the downslide's going to happen sometime. Whose contract, what 25, 23, 25 million? Maybe 27, something like that. But never put anything past management. This management, they will try stuff. No doubt they would try stuff. But I wonder if Freddie has any no trade provisions in his contract. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. I just don't recall any though. So I wouldn't be surprised though. Let's see. How are we doing? Let's see. But it would be cool. I mean, I like this thing is you're thinking outside the box, Norm, and well, guess who does that? Andrew Friedman. He does that. So he's gonna do something. He's gonna surprise us. I mean, let's go back to the off season. Some of the surprises. I think Teoscar to me was the biggest surprise in the fact of the way they worked that out. Freeman's still going to be great, but no one's going to be trading for that guy. They're not going to give up a ton of young talent for him. Yeah, they're not trading Freddie, I don't think. Yeah, player. Yeah, I don't think they are. But they also do have Max Muncy who could go to first eventually, but yeah. Okay, he has no opt-outs. Okay, we know that. And doesn't have a no-trade clause, okay? Clause, yeah. I got you. Yeah, I just don't see. I think that's someone's got to want to make that move. A lot of people they could have had him. He was free. He would have cost nothing but a draft pick. And only the Dodgers and Rays were really in the game for that one. Yeah. Like Bush's run faded quickly, but you know what? It's going to bounce back and forth. It always does with these guys. Yeah, a couple more players. Yeah. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's good. He's good. But it's the fact that even if he becomes a 15 home run a year guy, but just can make contact like we saw today, getting that ball in play in the 8th inning. Yeah. Sean, no kidding, man. I think I've talked about, those 5 years. Seems like I've talked to Doug about that every year. Yeah, but I mean, I was reading a Rosenthal article, and they said there's fans of him in the club and in the front office, but maybe there's not some fans too. Yeah, I think you're right, Hep. That's what I see. 15 home runs, hitting 280. That's fine. That's fine. And he doesn't play as much. But just having a guy out there that gets the bat on the ball is a good thing. I mean, the Dodgers will have and will continue to have guys that come in and strike out a lot. That's for sure. Jeez. Oh, man. Well, that's one of the reasons a guy like DePaula, maybe Kendall George, I think they're guys that can get the bat on the ball. And Dodgers like fantasy sports can't have fun. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, him slapping Jock was that might have done it. Just because Jock's not a Dodger doesn't mean that the Dodger front office and players don't think well of him. So that's kind of what I see there. Maybe it's theories, right? I got the tinfoil hat when we're if we need to go to that, but Better to trade a player 1 year too early than a year too late. Could Betts be in play next year? Freeman plays a long game. No, he's going to. Betts gets he gets 10-5 rights this year. This is, can you believe it? This is Mookie Betts' 5th year with the Dodgers. So he'll have no trade. Yeah, and I think they are the long term is, I think they really want Mookie Betts to be one of the faces of the Dodgers, and I think that's a really good thing. But yeah, there's going to be, with these big contracts, there's going to be some downsides. So they're not going to be making any more of those. They're not going to be making any more of those position player big contracts that are going to take guys in their mid-30s. Betts going to the Hall of Fame, a Dodger, and it will be sweet. Speaking of giving flowers, we take Mookie Betts for granted. The guy over the last 2 years, has played right field, second base, both above average to great, and a little average to maybe even a little bit above average at short this year. He's only missed one fielding play. It's throws. If Mookie wants to finish the year short, that's where he's going to finish this year. I agree with that. I think he's got a lot of pull. I think the Dodgers, if they had something in play with shortstop, they'd have to go to Mook and go, Mook, MLB, my man, we have the opportunity to trade for X player. Are you up for it? And no, I don't like that. We talked about that last broadcast. But that's what they're going to do. They're going to go to Mook and go, are you cool going back to second base? So it'll be up to him. But if there's a chance they get a player that he is a big fan of, they'll do it. If not, he won't. Yeah. And this should not be the last game that Chris Taylor bunts either. Very few teams can even take on the Betts contract. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. CT3 said in the interview that they told him to bunt and he agreed it was good. It was a good call. Yeah, absolutely. Getting Mookie back to second base is going to be key to extending his prime. Amen. Amen. That's why that whole shortstop idea of getting him off shortstop as quick as possible makes a lot of sense. Mookie is incredible. Just incredible. He really is. And, I know he's fallen short last couple Octobers. And there has to be, this is where the Dodgers management has to really step in and moderate these guys. Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani, Clayton Kershaw, and a few others. The Dodgers management has to slow them down because they won't. They won't. They will drive hard to go as long as they can, as hard as they can. And I think it's wonderful. But yeah, they're you got to moderate them because they're not going to moderate. They're not. You will never see one of those guys go, "Hey, Doc, I'm just not good." They'll think somehow they will overcome whatever's going on. You could have Clayton Kershaw go out there with his arm hanging off. Takes a lot. It takes a lot for him to leave. Then last year with his shoulder, he shouldn't have even been pitching. In fact, he came out and did pretty well at the end of the year, but it was a mirage. Yeah. The owners do cry poor. Yeah, they're a bunch of lying fools. I don't like that. If you don't want to play the game, get out. Sell your team. Take that profit. Be happy. Sell it to a guy. Well, hey, if I was a team, I want an owner like Peter Seidler, whoever the Clippers owner is. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Even Mark Walter. You know, the guy is, that ownership group is really, he spent over billion, what, 1.3 billion this offseason. Props to those guys. Props to Guggenheim Group. That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, geez. Let me make sure I got these things. Oh man, really? Let's see. All right, you guys still hear me? Just trying to mess around. I'm checking my. Yeah. Oh boy. Tim, should they go heavy after Soto? No outfield prospects near ready. They may have to. Then use the prospect capital for other needs. I don't see them doing that. I love Juan Soto. And I was hoping the Yankees would fall flat on their face so the Dodgers could trade for him. Just to have for this playoff run. Just that. I was all in on trading for him in 2022. I really was. And I wish they would have done it. I still wish they would have done it. It would have been worth it. He's a difference maker. And I think he would have fit in on this team. Like he fits in, the Yankees. The Padres mix of players is a terrible mix. And when you got to compete with Machado, Tatis, Profar, versus playing for, with Betts. And, well, even last year, like a JD Martinez, Justin Turner from before, Albert Pujols in 2021. The Padres should have had Albert Pujols. They should have went after him. Stick Soto in left field for 3 years in Frito's contract position. Yeah, I'm like, hey, Hep, what's one of the things I say? It's not my money. So if they pulled it off, I am all in. Like I say, I would love to have Juan Soto. The bat, that type of contact, the type of the on base. Yeah. Oh man. But you know what they'll do? If none of the prospects step up. So I still have hopes for Outman and Pages. I still have hope for Vargas. I mean, I'd love it if next year these three guys that my outfield was this because they earned it. Vargas in left, Outman in center, Pages in right. I'd be really happy with that, but they got to earn it. Machado deal it does look oof. Yeah, I thought it was a good deal when they did it. I think that they needed to. They needed to take care of that, but after he signed it, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he says, the way Machado's butt is really high, his legs, he says his hips they're not gonna last. He goes, his body, he's got 2-3 more prime years left, and he hadn't even had that. Just the way his build is and the way he runs and all that stuff, it's bad on his knees, bad on his hips, all that type of stuff. That's what he said. And he knows a lot more about baseball than probably any, close to any of us in the chat. There might be one or two of you that know more than Brian. Fullgorilla.com, by the way. If you need your uniforms, that's my guy, Brian Ulrich. Yeah, he was telling me that. And I go, oh, that's interesting. And, Manny's been unhealthy. It's been different parts of his body, but just this general unhealth all of a sudden. Let's see. In 3 or 4 years, they're probably ready by then. Soto's a full-time first baseman, open spot and left for him. Let's see else about the long game. You got to move players of value to get gain blue chips to build future rosters and maintain winning. And old overpaid bets will be an anchor. See Trout. Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, I don't think they. I don't see that, but you never know. But their Betts is going to be 10-5 guys, so he will have 100% right of first refusal on all trades. Stone has surprised me. Pi has been a bit disappointing with his plate discipline. Yeah, he's got to get past this slump. He had 2 hits today, in the second game that was good. Dodgers have proven to still build a roster through the farms trading. Brett's one of those players you never let go when you have him on your team, like Ohtani. Yeah, I honestly don't see them moving Betts. I just that's my thought. They love him. They want him on the team, and yeah. You are seeing so many long-term deals aging poorly, and yet you would only trade Betts when he becomes so bad. No team will trade for him. His contract will be instinct. But no teams. He has a no trade. It would be really tough to move him. What teams are going to want to go to? You pay for the front years of those contracts and eat the back end. That Machado deal is starting to look bad on front end, though. Yeah, that's why it's bad. Yeah. And they're not a big market team that can eat bad contracts. The Padres have multiple. Yes. Okay, let's talk about that. It's one of my favorite topics, as you all know. Xander Bogaerts. Was it 11 years, $280 million to a guy who turned 30 as a shortstop? And it was an average to a decently above average shortstop sometimes when they had a really good shortstop in Ha-Seong Kim. A no trade doesn't mean you can't pay trade. Oh, that's true, but I think you're dealing in the 1% range. That's just my opinion. I just don't see it happening. I just don't see it happening. And then they did Cronenworth, 7 years, $80 million for a guy who hits 15 home runs maybe. And they didn't need to do it because he only had 3 years. They didn't need Bogaerts because they had other shortstops on the team already. They tried to overpay for Trey Turner and Aaron Judge. They're actually lucky those didn't work out either, but Bogaerts was the worst of all those players. But it eventually cost them Soto because they couldn't afford to keep Soto because of Bogaerts. But also because a year ahead of time, they gave Yu Darvish a 6-year contract. It averages about 16 to 18 million per year until he's like 48. No, like 41, 42. Yeah, this is. Yeah, we're not going to complain because Betts ain't going to be traded. The Dodgers are not going to. You will if you hear put it this way, if you hear a trade rumor, a legit trade rumor about Mookie Betts being traded the next 5 years, I'll figure something out. But I just don't see it happening. That's just the way it is. They do pay, with all these deferrals and stuff. Dodgers are all in on that stuff. And things keep raising up, so they'll have room. And this team's making hand over fist, so I'm not worried about. They're not worried about those contracts. If the Padres didn't pay Machado, Xander, they would still have Soto and probably even resign him to a former young Tano of Tatis and Soto for decades. Yeah, just too bad Tatis is an idiot too. The Dodgers aren't going to trade Betts. I just don't. Yeah, I don't see it happening. Piazza fiasco will be the last time we see that. Hopefully, I don't know. I'm kind of looking at. I look at Seager. I'm still disappointed. Wanted to build on him. I just don't think he wanted to be part of it. Mookie Betts has gone all in, and yeah, he will. He's going to diminish. But I don't think it'll be like Trout because Trout's just so big. That's my worry with Freddie because he's such a big dude. And even Shohei, but at least Shohei is DHing and pitching. But if they start putting him in the outfield a lot, he's a big-bodied man too. Those big guys have problems. I think Judge is going to have some amazing moments. and um, they're gonna have amazing moments, and then they're gonna gone. But with Judge, he's just so big. Yeah. Um, let's see. So let's get back to reality a little bit. They're not going to trade Mookie Betts this year. They're not going to trade Freddie Freeman. It's just not going to happen. I can engineer those two in my head, but it's just not going to happen. I want to get that. Eric Hosmer contract. Still got a couple more years on that one. Yeah, Eric Hosmer was an unneeded error. They had Will Myers playing a good first base, traded him, or they signed Hosmer, competing basically against themselves, to an 8-year contract at 18 to 20 million, something like that per year on the salary cap, and then put Myers in right. Wasn't happy, and that he kind of went down that. Yeah, terrible. Whatever Dodgers getting theoretical bet. Yeah, I'm not. So I'm just gonna not talk about Betts right now because he's not going to be traded. Let's get back to reality for the next. What's going to happen at the deadline? They're not trading Betts. They're not trading Freeman. They're definitely not trading Freeman. They're not trading Ohtani. They're not trading Will Smith. Probably not gonna. I don't see them trading Matt Muncy. That would be a shocker. They're not going to probably even move Austin Barnes. Smith to first makes sense, yeah. Eventually, but that's a long ways away, and I think that the good thing is Will Smith's got a few more good years at catcher. He has a really chance to make himself maybe into the best Dodger catcher since Roy Campanella all around. You know, Piazza, I'm going to skip that. He was only there for a little more than 5 years, but amazing. Yep, Max Muncy contract value is way too good to trade him. Yeah. He is criminally underpaid, but he wanted it. You know, that's the thing. I think he has. Okay, hold on. Let's. All right. It's a little crappy. A little rough there. But got the tinfoil hat on. It's a little messy. I can see that. So it's not working so well. But I think Max Muncy has a no trade under the cover with the Dodgers. So there's that. I got to fix my hat some other time. Mr. White is very glad that Freeman's wife found his testosterone pills. Yeah, no kidding. I actually thank you so much, Mr. White. I actually think I saw Chelsea Freeman at the when the Dodgers were at the Padres, holding one of her younger ones. Yeah, Freddie's a lucky man. Maybe the Dodgers have a plan to move Smith to third when Muncy contract is over, then put Rushing behind the plate in order to preserve Smith. Who knows? So Muncy's got through next year at least. I don't know what they're going to do. I do think they have some young guys come up, but again, they're just as everyone has said, is it's lower level guys. So there's no one ready to take over third base yet. They, Geloff and Logan Wagner. I mean, Austin Gauthier can play third, but he's not a power guy that you want. He's going to play all over the field, though. He's really good. Muncy does love being a Dodger. That's a fact, Jack. And there's something to that. And you want guys that want to play for you, and he loves it. I think the biggest thing is going to be on the block, maybe Teoscar and Grove. Never know. I mean, they might try to sell high on Grove. He's had a couple of things. I know, but I think he's been pretty good. Lipsius can play third. I don't know. Lipsius, right now he's in AAA and doing well, but now would have been the time to put him at third, and they didn't do it. So that says something. Maybe they're just not believing in him yet. I don't know. I hope he gets a shot. Cody Hosey was drafted to be the guy. I know. And Gunnar Henderson wasn't drafted to be the guy. If the Dodgers draft a pitcher with the highest first-round pick they've had in a while in this draft over shortstop, you're going to be mad. They're going to pick the best over outfield. They're going to be mad. Yeah, I mean, they've tried some of that, right? They did, I hate it. Jaron Kendall didn't work out. Cody Hosey hasn't worked out. Even, Luxie's not what we expected. Who was their guy last year? Well, it was Kendall. Kendall, an outfielder, so he got your guy. But again, thank you, Mr. White, for the super chat. It's really appreciated. Every year I stick up for Muncy, and every year he proves me right. Yeah. And last year he was bad. Let's be honest. He was bad last year. His fielding went down the toilet, but he was a man on a mission. He stepped it up. He got in better shape, worked on his agility, all those good things, and now he's better. Yeah. Yeah, Jackson Merrill was too high. He was a higher pick. Yeah, Gunnar, that was a miss. That was a miss. Yikes. Management was too slow on the trigger with Paez and was too quick with Vargas, so management judgment can be suspect. It's rough. I think Vargas last year put a lot of question marks in their head, but part of it is because he was hurt. Paez, I think they brought him up at the right time, and I want to see him play another 2 more months, see where he's at. Will Smith might be the Dodgers manager at the end of the contract. Maybe. I still go with Austin Barnes. No. So every management, it's a guess. Yeah, no more capped out 22-year-old college guys. You can do those later. Vargas was horrible last year, but his hand was hurt. If you remember, he got it hurt twice last year, and tried hitting with your hands hurting is not good. I believe in Vargas though. I think of the hit tools, if you were just to go pure hitter, not power, but just pure hitter, Vargas is well above Paez and Outman with that. But he just has to go and do it again. He has to show that he can do it. I think he can. I do. You don't just dump those guys. There's too much potential there. But if you're talking about trade low value, guys who are at their lowest versus another guy low like a Rosarena, okay. Vargas's fielding wasn't bad last year. At second, no, it wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty good for a guy who really hadn't played a lot of second base. He did well, but not well enough, and they don't see him, it looks like, as a second baseman. So that's why he's in left field. He's the man in need of a position, and he just needs to play left field. I think he's a good enough athlete to play left. And I think he could have played second, but they're leaving that for Luxie or Betts or whoever. So we'll see. But the one position he cannot play, I'm going to be honest with you, third base. So the Oakland closer last year had elbow issues. I don't think the Dodgers are going to do that. Is Phillips expected to return to the team after the Mets series? So I talked to him about that. He's not sure the total plan, but he told me that he was going to pitch on Tuesday, which he did today. So he pitched on Sunday, and he was great. And he pitched today, so he was great. I think he's ready. I'd like to see him pitch tomorrow, be back-to-back, and then take a couple of days off and then be activated. That's what I'm hoping for. I think he's ready, though. Bobby Miller's a little further behind. It's like spring training with him. He's just got to get that stuff back. So he's just working back. He's going to use, I think, the full 30 days, possibly. And they can right now because their pitching's been really good. Their starters have been showing so much. And if they need a starter, yeah, land a knack again. And, you have that type of stuff. And, yeah. So I think that's yeah, we got good starters. It's nice to have good starters. Last year was just so bad. God, game. I mean, let's go back to last year a little bit. All right, they started the season or going into the preseason. Now let's see if I can remember the rotation. It was Kershaw, Urias, Syndergaard, Gonsolin, and May. And then they had Ryan Papio, Michael Grove, Gavin Stone, Bobby Miller, and Andre Jackson as their next five. I did not call Evan Phillips honey bun. Not doing that. I think that so that going from that, and then Gonsolin got hurt before the season started. So Pepio's in. Pepio got hurt right at the last bit. That put Grove in. Didn't Grove get hurt too? I mean, and then Syndergaard was terrible. Urias was not good. He wasn't what he was. That what's it called? WBC hurt him. And then Dustin May went down. I mean, Kershaw was Julio went down too. I mean, he did a rehab like in June at Rancho. Everyone was down. The only guy that wasn't down was Syndergaard. He was just bad. It got so bad, then, they tried. Andre Jackson didn't quite work out. They shuffled him off to the Pirates. Gavin Stone got off to a bad start at Oklahoma City, but they brought him up, and he wasn't ready. And it showed. Yeah. The only guy that really came out, Pepio, when he was finally healthy, in late July, early or August, it was good. He was good. Pepio was good. Bobby Miller was obviously really good. Grove had some good and bad. Who am I missing? Grove, Pep, Miller, Stoner. Oh yeah, and Jackson. So, I mean, all that stuff. It was so bad they had to trade for Lance Lynn. That's how bad it was. So it was terrible last year. And this year things are so much smoother. You got guys. Guys like Knack and Stone. They're not out there trying to throw their every little get every last inch out of it, or every last miles per hour. So I think that's good. Yeah, Mr. White. Yeah, and I just rattled off 10 of them, right? And they were almost all of them got hurt that year. The only guy that really didn't was Syndergaard. I mean, Miller got a late start. Grove missed time. I think Stone might have missed time, and Stone didn't get good till the end of the year, and he was good with OKC. That's why I was hopeful for him. Let's see, Bobby Miller, Stone to start Game 4 in the playoffs. I don't know. Let's see how he does. I wouldn't put Miller in the bullpen. I just think that he's even though I could see where you're going because he's kind of nasty. May was but he was still he was a little shaky. His command wasn't what it was because he's still recovering from that Tommy John. He really didn't get there. Miller just doesn't excite me. He seems to rattle. The pattern of him give a home run, give him multiple runs is real. It is. But all you have to do, something bad happens when Miller's on the mound. It's called a mound visit. That's all you have to do. Eventually, he won't need it. but he does need that. I mean, Doug McCain and I would go back and forth on our phones going, why the heck isn't he visiting? Why isn't there a visit? You got to do that. Yeah, Sheehan injury is devastating. Absolutely. Yeah, because he misses this year and a lot of next year, probably all of next year. Miller he wasn't healthy. Let's just be straight up. His shoulder was not 100%. It's the same thing he had last year. It just seems to be a pattern for him. His shoulder, he gets the shoulder soreness, goes back down, rehabs, does his thing. Hopefully he's fine. Yeah. Yeah, but Sheehan wasn't really a guy that I had in the top 10. I didn't think he was going to come up because he came up from Double A, remember? So I didn't have him in that mix. But dude threw 6 innings and no hit ball in his debut. Good stuff, man. And he knew my channel when I met him. So I really appreciate that. Speaking of, I need a new channel name. Come on. Can't have the word Dodgers in it. I'm sick of dealing with this weird stuff. I'll still keep it as a legacy, but when I put it like on Instagram and Facebook, I need something else. I need to have something else. Wonder if May comes back this year. They play it safe, trying to bring it back in midseason, not able to hold up. I haven't read the articles, but I'm pretty darn sure they're just going to go straight up bullpen with May, and that's what they should do. He's not a starter. What's going to happen with Knack? Knack's going to just keep taking that OKC to LA and back express as long as he can. He gets 5 options. I got 2 or 3 more left. Yeah, the Cubs start this year. I hope it was injury. He was electric 1 inning. Yeah, then imploded. Yeah, he just wasn't healthy. Wasn't quite there. So you never have enough pitching. But Big Bobby and Clayton Kershaw can get it going, along with our current guys. Paxton's going to keep going until he blows, and he might. I mean, he was 36, 37 years old. I'm going to take a quick look at his age. Well, what a surprise. 35. Okay. He's been 49 innings, only 28 strikeouts, 1.43 whip. He just does it. He's had a lot of walks, but you know what? The guy gives a good solid 5, maybe sometimes 6. Yeah, I tell you though, you look at Bob Miller, you go, he doesn't look like, I don't know, he's just kind of tough guy. I don't know. He's a nice guy. He really is. I've dealt with him now for 3 times. Every time, so kind. I mean, just there wasn't a plan. They weren't planning on stopping, but Miller and Phillips both stopped for the reporters. So I really appreciate that. It was a couple minutes each. That was it. I know they wanted to get going. Bobby's girlfriend was waiting with a friend of mine out in the parking lot. So, and Bobby Miller's girlfriend, I guess, like some jiu-jitsu queen. She's got her own Instagram. I can't remember the name of it, but she's a star in her own way. I think Gonsolin in 2025 will be cooked. Should get a full spring and 2 years rest. Well, we'll see. It'll be good to see him with a repaired arm. See what he can do. But dude's going to be like a free agent. Coming up. I mean, jeez. Yeah, after 2025, he's a free agent. I wonder if Sasaki will transition to MLB more easily than Yamamoto. Does he have to get out of jail free fast? He does have the fastball velocity, yeah, so it could be an X factor. Yeah, I think part of and then hey, Yamamoto's been pretty good, folks. he's been pretty darn good. I'm really pleased with him. I think though I think there's some things where he's maybe not quite on board with everything. He seems to think he can do that get me over fastball 0-0 right down the middle and thinks that people are just going to let it go. They're just teeing off. I bet at least half the home runs he's given up are off fastballs. And hey, this channel was definitely for Imanaga. Go look at the history. Maybe Miller needs a bit more of Bueller's aggressiveness, ego on the mound. I don't think anyone get that. that's why I love Walker Buehler. Yeah. How about Sasaki? Yeah, they're very serious. Oh, they're deadly serious about Sasaki. Oh man. The Michael Bush crowd has gotten quieter. Yeah, league average player, and which is fine. I just want the guy to get paid. I want the guy to get a chance to play, and he is. But he's a platoon first baseman right now. They're not playing him at third. He was not. The Dodgers tried him at third. It just wasn't good. That's not. If put it this way, if Michael Bush was a major league third baseman, he'd still be a Dodger. Okay, that's fact, Jack. In fact, let's do that.
That's the fact, Jack.
There you go. I need to be using my stuff better. You know,
Bruh.
I still okay.
Bruh.
That sounds like Clint Pasillas, doesn't it? Come on.
Bruh.
That sounds so much like Clint. I know, allegedly it's not, but I swear it is somehow. Yeah. Yamamoto's slowly learning to operate in the upper zone instead of consistently living in the lower corner. Yeah, this is an adjustment of, and it's got to be his mentality, the way they pitched over there versus over here. Oh yeah, say people were acting like the Torres start was sustainable. No, of course not. But I think Michael Bush is a 280 to 300 hitter, possibly. I think he is a 20 to 25 homer guy. So that's not a bad ball player. So I'd take him. You know, but if he stays with the Dodgers, he's the 2030 rookie of the year. I see Cubs fans who claim about trading Jackson Ferris and Hope, and a month ago it looked like the Dodgers traded Bonds. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Jackson Ferris, a name I keep forgetting because I'm not used to it yet. I've only seen him briefly in person. I didn't see him pitch. DeLuca still stings though. Yeah, but it's Tyler Glasnow. I guess that's what you got to do. They never. It just seemed like the Dodgers didn't want to give DeLuca a real chance. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It just seemed like they didn't want to give him a chance. Let's see. What is he doing? I've lost. I know he hit a home run the other day. Let's see. Rays. And Pepio's been good and bad. A lot of good stuff from him. A few couple bad ones, but I would wish we had Pepio still. The way kind of things worked out. It's too bad we didn't do Sheehan instead of Pepio, but that's just history. And I like Sheehan. He's a good dude, but just the fact that he's injured like that. Why am I missing the Rays? Did they not play it, or trying to catch? Where's one of their games? The Rays. Keep seeing Blue Jays. There's the Rays. Okay, box score. Is he even in the lineup? Rays. DeLuca right field hitting 230. I mean, he's got 748 OPS. Garrett Cleavinger, that's a guy that kind of hurts. Yeah. Yeah, DeLuca, let's see. So he's sitting on the season 219, 2 home runs, 14 RBIs. Is what he is. Yeah. Yeah, he just doesn't see, yeah. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Josh Gibson passed Ty Cobb as the average leader. Yeah, I'm just ignoring those things. I don't know. Jake Marisnik, I know. Yeah. Yeah, they're realizing that speed matters. It's fine. Yeah, Gauthier's not ready. Not quite yet. He's just got to AAA. Lipsius, they DFA'd him once already. So he's not even on the 40 man. Yeah, I the guys in the minors, it's we'll see. We'll see. Um, I like Austin. I hope he gets a chance, but I want him to get a chance to, at least establish a little bit in AAA, and he is so far. And then they need to have a plan for him. But let's be honest, they're not going to DFA. They're not DFAing Chris Taylor. I support inquiry. Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. I don't know enough. It's I just think it's a separate league. Is Japan next? I don't know. And I know why, because it's different. Because we didn't have any Japanese players hardly. There's no one over here to play baseball. But whatever. Stats don't matter anymore to people anyways, because they've been destroyed by steroids and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll look at them, of course. See how many these guys hit. But I don't know how they got all the stats. We'll see. Whatever. I just care about the Dodgers winning World Series. That's all I care about right now. That's what matters to me. I'd like to see them. I don't even care about incorporating. I just want to see them, though. I want to see Satchel Paige's career stats. I want to see Josh Gibson, Cool Papa Bell. I want to see all those numbers. Not really, but Cooney injury is heartbreaking. He's good for baseball. I think he's good for baseball. I just wish he'd hustle more. Some people would say it's karma, but I don't believe in that. But yeah. Man, that's why it pisses me off for him that he didn't get all that money that he should have gotten. Yep, steroids and rule changes have watered down the stats. Yeah, they're changing them so much. I see Freeman getting Starling Marte eating 50% contract. That's eating that. He is, boy, that guy gets hurt a lot. Doesn't he still have a year after this, though? I don't know. He gets hurt a lot. But I like him, too. But he is getting older. But he's still got good speed. He's still, I don't know. He's just always hurt. What about Harrison Bader? I know some of y'all liked him in the off season. There's Tyler O'Neill. Let's bring it up again. Yeah, it's just is he hurt? That's always the question with him. Thought steroids no longer allowed in MLB. Yeah, but they wrecked the statistics basically from late 90s through the next 10 years or whatever. It's really tainted. We just don't know what happened. It's kind of gross. And a lot of rule changes. I mean, stolen bases. What's funny is still no one's going to come close to Ricky Henderson. 130. Not close. Yeah, I do wonder with Acuna. He stole all those, 70 plus bases last year? I can't even remember now. It was so much. Did that wear and tear impact his knee? I'm just wondering. That's the thing. Wear and tear on a body, it doesn't just happen. So, okay, I'm older than most of y'all. And I did some things to my body, specifically, eating and not exercising well. And it doesn't impact you right away, but over the years, it starts getting you. But even over the days with these guys, you play 162, or, you're on the baseball field well over 200 times a year, including spring training, postseason, all that type of stuff. Your body wears out. You're on your feet a lot. You're running. You're stopping and starting. You're stealing bases. You're sliding. You're head firsting. Your feet firsting. You're doing all these things. you don't have a day rest usually. So how much did that impact him last year? I don't know. Honestly, don't know. I just wish he would. I know that whole play the game right. He doesn't play it right. I wish he did, because he is special. Yeah, his repair knee is held up, but again, then you start favoring the other one. It all adds up, especially with all the stolen bases and all that. I don't know. I'm just spitballing on that. Yeah, yellow man. I eat an exercise, but I drink like a fish, so I'm fat. Thick in a good way. King Yellow Man with the fire. Yeah, I like to eat too much. I need to drop some more. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, alcohol, man. I don't drink alcohol. I'm fortunate I don't do that. I have other bad habits, but you know, sweets are my thing. But alcohol, I know, is very high calorie. Just like you take a cookie, right? One cookie's minimum. One rate, you go to Subway, that's at least 250 calories for one of those cookies. And they're not even that good. You go into a place like Box and Batch or Crumble or something like that, you're talking 800 calories per cookie. They're so good. Yeah, it did take Acuna all of 2022 to get back at it, didn't he? Yeah, so he'll do it again. Thing is, he's got, of course, he's massively strong. Really hits the ball hard. And there's parts of his game you just have to give up. It sucks for us as baseball fans because I like the stolen base. I mean, I don't like that Braves doing it because I don't want the Braves to do well. But in general, I like the stolen base a lot. That's why I'm big, like the Kendall George stuff a lot. I like stolen bases a lot. I like them a lot. So, Jonathan India, yeah, he's just kind of that average dude, but boy, he sure beat up on our Dodgers, didn't he? He's decent enough. He's at least competent, right? We could use average. Just think if we had average in 7, 8, 9 spots. Yeah. Brewers are doing really well. Yeah, they're going to win their division easy, I think. And that's why we're not getting anyone from them. The one team I keep score watching is the Cards. They have a number of potential trade targets, but they need to lose and become sellers. Yeah. Let's get Lars, man. Let's get Lars. Fit right. Remember, he's Team Japan. He would bring us or 2.5 amigos. He's half. We were the 3 samurai. Remember, we wanted Imanagi, the 3 samurai, or get him with Sasaki, whatever. I got that trademark. So I'm getting. Look at Tim. Yeah, low prospect cost, improvement in the margins. Yeah. Bichette is a pipe dream, but you never know. The Dodgers always look to make an impact first. A big trade. They're always looking. That's why they look at things like the Scherzer trade Turner. They look at that stuff. Yeah, I mean, once this, I keep saying, I'm going to say when, because I'm saying when he comes, it just changes it. Yeah. But yeah, I know that I guarantee that the Dodgers are looking at all these guys as much as they can, all these big names, and they'll figure it out. They have their list of quote untouchables, and maybe someone brings the right guy, makes the right thing. I mean, hey, I'd love to have Josiah Gray and Keibert Ruiz, but had to take a shot. I'd do that trade again and again and again and again. You have to take the shot at winning it. So I'm hoping they were willing to do it. Like it's been said, they don't have a lot of talent that people are clamoring for. Um, yeah, Miller or Stone. I don't know. I think they each have their strengths. I'm hoping that we keep them both, but who knows? We don't know what's going to happen. Sasaki comes, it opens up some things. It's just nice to have a guy like Stone that seems to be durable. Um, yeah, again, he's not throwing. He's not really overthrowing. Miller, I don't think he overthrows either. I think at 99 comes easy for him. Um, easy 99. Problem is the ask price teams comes Dodgers seem higher than with other teams. Plus, not sure they have the bullets this year to swing the break rate. They may not, but they will go really hard this year to do that. They will. So that I'm confident. If any team's going to give it a run to go get better players, it's going to be the Dodgers. I don't. They'll do the margins if they have to, but I think they're still going to go big game hunting. But yeah, I still think at the end of the day, I really wish that they would have went after Soto, gotten Soto in 2022, and I bet the Padres wish they didn't make that trade based on what they lost. Yeah, high helium teenagers. Yeah, that's what it is. That's very true. Jarrell, Albertus, Teheran, Martin. I mean, you got to throw DePaula in there. You got to throw Vargas in there. You know, yeah. There's a lot of very. It's just do teams want them? Do teams want to do that? It just depends on the team. Do they want to go and do that type of stuff? Do they have enough high guys that they're good with? They're just trying to build lower. Yeah, yeah. Teams they definitely want the high helium guys too. Yeah, the Bush types are not what they want, um, or else we would have had Corbin Burns. It's because none of the prospects have come back to bite them. Only the Fields trade burned them, and that was a margin trade. Yeah, and that was a weird one. People say, "Oh, what about O'Neal Cruz for Tony Watson?" Tony Watson was so awesome in 2017 playoffs, and if they would have used him more, they might have won the whole thing. They just didn't use him enough. They burned the heck out of what's his name, the righty, Brandon Morrow, and kept doing these 6 inning things, 6 out things with Kenley. Mismanaged all the way. So if the rumors that Sasaki will post after the Japan League season, a decision could be made in December because I believe that's when their season ends. Could be wrong. That's the timing. Remember the Yamamoto thing? I think their deadline was he had the 30 days. They had his deadline was January 4th and Imanaga's was January 11th. You recall if you remember, and then Yamamoto signed. I was on a plane coming back. What was I doing? Yeah, I was coming back from yeah, I was on a plane coming back from Orlando. In his press conference, like on the 27th, something. Yeah. Corbin Carroll was so great last year. Will he return to his greatness? It's adjustments. And is he hurt? That's always the question with some of these guys. He's had a shoulder issue before. Oh, do the Red Sox have any stellar players? They look like sellers. They will be sellers. I think it's going to come up. Kenley. And I'm just hoping if the Dodgers do go after Kenley that he's willing to not be the closer every time because he shouldn't be. Because I look at right now, current pitchers on the Dodgers. I think Phillips. I think Phillips is better than Kenley. I think Trinan's better than Kenley. And I think actually if he's healthy and if we ever get him back, Gratterall has his moments, but not all the time. Vesey right now is better than Kenley. There could be a world where they trade for Bichette in the offseason, give Soto the bag, and get Sasaki for cheap. There you go. Don't put it past Andrew Friedman. This last offseason, he got Tyler Glasnow and Shohei Ohtani right around the same time. Then he got Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Then he got Teoscar. He got Paxton. He even got Kike back. Yeah, I mean, got Hayward, Joe Kelly back. Don't put it past him. Yeah, see, Norm, you're poking at it right there. With his slow motion delivery, a Walker single for Jansen is an automatic double. No thanks. Yeah, I don't want him. If he's willing to come in and pitch any inning, I'm fine with that. But yeah, I think the way the game has changed, Will Smith's talking about that, right? How he's throwing guys out better because, well, first of all, he's getting some help from the pitchers, and so they worked on that. Yeah. So yeah, for sure they worked on that stuff. So that's all good. I see some. Oh, let's see. This is okay. Let me get the live chat going here. They already have the Will Smith extension. Yet Chris Martin and Tyler O'Neill will be very good. That's a W. Yeah, Soto was an issue with the defense. He's only getting wider if you look at him. Yep, Freeman achieved. He got the Will Smith extension. Yeah, all that stuff. He had just a great, and getting Kirsch back was nice, of course. I'm forgetting one of the greatest pitchers of all time. That's all. All right. Wow. Okay, I've gone quite a bit. I appreciate y'all sticking around. A lot of good talk today. Trying to get my viewership back. Right now it's at 82 views, so got to get it back. Try to be more consistent. I think. Well, I'm gonna have time away. I might do some remote stuff, but I'm gonna be away for a bit, and I don't know when, but it's coming. It's a cool. Nothing wrong. Everything's all good. Yeah, I'm not sure about Gratterall because it's kind of like with Sheehan, right? Oh, it's just a little of this. Oh, it's just he's trying to throw again. He's doing this and that. Oh, Tommy John. And that's what I'm afraid of. I'm not the only one too. Everyone's concerned about what's next for Gratterall. If he's got to get cut, get it cut and get it over with. Reading Kershaw book revealed that Kershaw almost signed with Texas, but Texas didn't have the money. Huh? Was that this last year or the year before? I haven't read it yet. Yep, I'm just going to assume every pitcher that goes down needs TJ so we don't get hurt. Yeah, I know. I think that's fair. That's why you can never have enough pitching. Pitchers break. I'm going to, you know what? I am going to, once I get a new name for the team, for the site, I'll get the shirt with the logo on the front. Oh, for 2024. Wow. And then on the back, I'll put the quotes. It's not my money. Pitchers break. You can never have enough pitching. Those are the things. I'll get shirts. I'll get those made once I get a new logo. I just got to get I got to get a logo that doesn't have the word Dodgers in it. So, or a name without the word Dodgers. So, I'll be working on that. So there'll be a name change coming up sometime. Can't afford to sit there and keep getting these bans and stuff like that. So, yeah, it stinks. All right. Well, let's wrap it up. Another game tomorrow in Nueva York. And then let's see here. I'm looking at, try to look at the schedule. What do we got? What is going on with your Dodgers? So they have, back home. No, what am I looking at? Jeez, come on, Tim. We are. Oh, this is so stupid. Oh, this part of the schedule, yes. So the off on Thursday, home to play the Rockies for 3 games. Miss Monday, back on a plane, and they're back east. They got the Pirates and the Yankees. Then they're home on the 11th. So weak. Ooh, June 20th. That's going to be my day to get a pass. I hope so, at least. All right. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just having really bad luck, and I actually talked to Casey. He hasn't. Last time I talked to him about that, he hadn't had any luck. Thanks, Norm. I know. I don't know. I'm just tired of playing the game of these things getting locked. Maybe there's somebody that's reporting me. I don't know. But I have it in there, and not an affiliate of the LA Dodgers. It's in the bio. I use half my bio characters for that. So I'm gonna just take care of business. I gotta fix it. I'll keep the name in some ways, but I just have to, I need to change the Instagram name, and I need to change the Facebook name. YouTube's been no problem, but Instagram and Facebook have been a real problem. So I need to change. I'll keep the name, and then probably a Padres fan. I know. Yeah, it just happens too much. It's such a pain, and it's been over a day since I appealed. So I'm hoping that changes soon. I'm going to try to work on actually when I get off, I'm going to take a quick look at that, and then try to see what's going on with that. But yeah, thanks everybody. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I just have to yep. I don't know what to do. It's frustrating because it takes time I don't have. I don't have time to deal with that stuff. I just want to come out and take pictures, put them on the internet machine. I want to go chat with y'all, things like that. So we'll come up with something. But I do appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. And wow, so after 11, shoot. Oh well, that's live. We'll get at it soon, and till all the chaos is coming. Good chaos, but just chaos. Try to get on this as much as I can. Try to build things back up a bit. Says the last couple months have really been rough, but yeah, thinking about making another trip out to maybe Thursday to IE. I don't know. We'll see. All right, y'all. Thank you, everybody. Oh, thank you. I really I love those, and I need to interview some Quakes guys, but I just was so questionable when I was going, so I need to do that. But thanks, everybody. We will talk at you soon, as always. God bless, and go Dodgers.